The buzzer is back.
Bzzz.
What? That was weird.
We gotta find up something.
We got to figure something out about that.
You know, like Chad Ochocinco with sizzling bacon. You gotta,
Yeah, something like that.
you know, something. Bzzz. It doesn't sound. Now that I think about it, it doesn't sound
Yeah,
as.
that didn't sound good, man. Anyway, we're back here. Like I said, we're now going to discuss some fantasy football with you.
Oh, let me look at my team. Let me get my team ready.
Your team is not better than my team.
My
I'll tell
team
you
is
that
definitely
much.
better than yours.
No, it's not.
It definitely is.
No, it isn't.
I can tell you right now. It's definitely better than yours.
All right, so, ladies and gentlemen, my friend and I have created a two-man league. What are you doing with the mic there?
Fixing the mic. Jesus.
We've created a two-man league. I know that sounds crazy and not fun, but actually, it's going to be very fun. And I'll tell you why. Because we each had two teams within the game. What is she doing?
I don't know.
You're distracting us.
Well, technically I can't see, so you're distracting me by telling me what is
Yeah, I know. Anyway, we have two teams between us, and we each drafted. We alternated during the draft. So my co-host drafted, then I drafted, then he drafted, and so on and so forth. So we decided, since he couldn't get in any of my other leagues that I'm commissioner in,
disgusting.
I'm sorry, there's nothing I can do. It's hard to sway the people. Once you have a league going, it's like nobody leaves. It's like the Supreme Court. You just, it's just like that's it, you know? You're not leaving. So I came up with this plan of having two teams, and each week we will choose the team we would like to use. There are obviously no trades, because that's just ridiculous. In a two-man league, your teams are stacked.
Yeah.
And each week we will
I'll trade you for Gronk right now.
No, I'm not. No.
I'll
No,
give
I'm
I'll
not
give
giving
I'll give you Julio Jones.
No, I don't want Julio
Calvin
Jones.
Johnson.
I don't want Calvin Johnson.
Andrew
This
Aaron
is
Rodgers.
not Madden.
Aaron Rodgers.
I don't want Aaron Rodgers.
You don't want Aaron Rodgers?
No, because I like Gronk.
Why you lying? Why you lying? You don't want Aaron Rodgers? Why you lying?
No, I don't want
Why you
I
lying?
have Drew Brees and Peyton Manning. I'm
Why
fine
you
with
lying?
those two
Why
ones.
you lying, bro?
And I actually have Brady too.
You don't want
I
Aaron
really wanted
Rodgers?
to.
You don't want Aaron Rodgers, bro?
Quiet down. Anyway, so yeah, on one team I have like Le'Veon Bell, Adrian Peterson, and
Okay.
a bunch of other people.
Aaron Rodgers, Jamal Charles,
Rodgers, Jamal
Alfred
Charles.
Morris, Julian Edelman, Julio Jones, Calvin Johnson, Jimmy Graham, Seahawks defense. Gostowski is my kicker. I have Bills defense. Russell Wilson's my backup. Frank Gore, DeAndre Hopkins, Vincent Jackson. That's just team one.
Whatever.
Let's take them to team two.
Nobody wants to hear about your second team.
I mean, my second team is probably better. I mean,
My second team is better than your second team.
what's your second team?
I have Drew Brees, Eddie Lacy, Jeremy Hill, Matt Forte, Antonio Brown, Odell Beckham, Rob Gronkowski.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I have Andrew Luck, DeMarco Murray, LaShawn McCoy, AJ Green, Des Bryant, Demarius Thomas, Greg Olson, Jets defense, and Tucker. I have T.Y. Hilton, Emmanuel Sanders, Golden Tate, Big Ben. I mean,
Doesn't matter.
my team two is way better than both of your
Does
teams.
not matter. I will win.
Did you
this
not
week.
hear my
I
receiving
will
core?
win this week, and you are gonna have to buy me Chicken Joe's. It's that
Did you not hear my receiving core? AJ Green,
That's
Des
great.
Bryant,
That's great.
Demarius Thomas. I still have LaShawn McCoy and DeMarco Murray
That's awesome.
with Andrew Luck, with Jets defense. Wait till Sheldon Richardson comes back.
Whatever. Anyway. So each week we wager something different.
I might even start Big Ben this week. He's projected to give me 33
Well, if you
points.
Start Big Ben, you got to tell me ahead of time so I can make the schedule.
Projected. I'm gonna use my team too.
Okay. I'll use my team too anyway. So each week, like I said, in a two-man league, you just switch off which team you want to use. The difficulty is which team you want to use because both teams are so stacked and have that many good fantasy players on each of them. It's hard to choose.
What does the winner of this get at the end of the?
I don't know. We have to discuss that sort of thing.
Is there? Obviously, there's a playoff between. Is there a playoff?
Of course, there's a playoff between us.
And then obviously during the playoffs, How do we get to the championship then? And why is there a playoffs? Why does it just go straight to the?
How about this? Since we're just picking up new rules as we go along.
Because there's just two of us. There's nothing to play
But
off.
listen, in the first week, right? Let's say you lose, but it's your better team that
Okay.
you used the first week. That team's eliminated. You can't use them the next week.
What?
Yeah, man. Come on, there has to be a twist.
I guess.
It's gonna be fun.
This talk of Chicken Joe's is making me even more hungry.
All right. Anyway, so
Chicken
to go along with fantasy, I have devised.
Is your girlfriend showing French fries over
yeah,
there?
she is.
Is she bragging about food like I'm not hungry? Like I won't go walk out this
All
show?
right, settle down.
No. I'm tired. I'm tired of it.
Anyway, I've devised a list.
Go fund me.
Go fund you for what? Food?
Yeah,
Oh my gosh, you're ridiculous.
that's what I'm told.
Anyway, like I said, a list I have devised of people that you should start and you should sit for this week's matchups.
Okay.
And I'm hoping that you don't take any of this advice because it's pretty sound advice. I'm just saying. For the quarterbacks, you should obviously start Big Ben and Brady tonight because they're playing very soft secondaries. You should also start. You ready for this one?
What?
Number 7 out of Oklahoma, Mr. Sam Bradford, on Monday night against the Falcons in the Dome. Go ahead, start him. Don't be afraid.
You think so?
I really do.
Is DeMarco Murray healthy? He's ready to
Yes,
clear the
DeMarco
play.
Murray's
Okay.
ready to go.
Okay.
Chip Kelly's ready to go.
How was he? How did he look
They're good to
during?
go.
How did he look during the offseason?
You don't remember? Their offense was rolling in that second or third game when Bradford finally played. He was crisp.
How was
looking
DeMarco
good.
Murray? How was he?
DeMarco Murray was good too.
Yeah, you told me about that offensive line. You're like,
No. I didn't say their offensive line. Their offense is good. I know their offensive line is fine. Who you should probably sit? I don't think anybody really questions this. You should probably sit Jay Cutler. He's playing against Green Bay, and
that's I don't know. Wait,
Alshon Jeffrey might not even play. Who
since I'm
knows?
going with my second team, I'm still I have Andrew Luck, but he's going up against the Buffalo Bills.
Exactly. That was one of my bust alerts for the week.
Andrew Luck,
Yeah, there's no telling what's going to happen because
'Cause-
they are playing in Buffalo too.
because the Buffalo Bills, their defense is it's good, but
Their defense is really good.
so I might have to go with Big Ben. But then again, I don't know. You could be sabotaging me because you know Big Ben's on my
Exactly.
team.
I don't know. You
Oh,
should probably also
what did
listen to this one, Cam Newton. And I know that sounds crazy because they're playing Jacksonville, but no Calvin Benjamin, and he only has Greg Olsen to throw to, as well as a very shaky offensive line. And Jacksonville's defense is not terrible. It's not great, but they can do some things. So I wouldn't start Cam. I'd be wary of starting him. As for running backs, definitely you should start Jonathan Stewart
Okay.
because he is going up against Jacksonville.
Yeah.
Like how I told you to sit the quarterback, start the running back.
Definitely.
You should start Doug Martin.
Don't have
Look
him,
out for the Doug Martin revival. He's coming back in a wave this year.
if you say so.
I'm telling you, he lost
had that
some weight
one-
in the offseason.
he had that one
looked
rook-
good in preseason.
He had that one rookie year and just
And they don't have
Follow.
another running back to compete with him, so I would look out. Rashad Jennings. You should probably start him.
you're not giving me any people like I have like
No,
I have
that's the point.
like I have.
I'm not gonna tell you to start. Listen, the whole point of start and sit people. I'm not gonna tell you to start Adrian Peterson. You should know you always start Adrian Peterson because it doesn't matter who he's playing. He's
mean,
Adrian Peterson. He's
I have
gonna
Jamal
give you
Charles and
15 points.
Alfred Morris, and then I have my team too. I have LaShawn McCoy, who hopefully is healthy.
We'll see.
If not, I'll have to make that C.J. Anderson switch before 8:30 tonight.
Well, here's the thing. It doesn't lock. It'll lock for tonight, and then it'll open up again.
All right. Okay.
I made it that way because that's just unfair.
Yeah.
That's just not fun. I don't think anybody does that. I don't know a person that plays fantasy football that locks during the first game.
I did.
You know
I
how
did it.
Awful that would be.
I did it one time. I felt pretty bad. I was a bad commish.
Yeah, that's not fun.
Yeah, it was
Then
pretty
you
bad.
have to worry, you know?
Yeah.
Anyway. Quarterbacks you should probably sit, or running backs, I'm sorry. Alfred Morris.
Okay.
Alfred Morris, you should probably sit him because they are playing against Miami this
But
week.
that was my team one, so I'm not playing him.
Yeah, I wouldn't play him. Against Miami, and Miami, obviously we all know, picked up Ndamukong Suh in the offseason. So that
And
defense
they
got a
have
lot
Cameron
better.
Wake.
Cameron Wake. They have Olivier Vernon. They've got pretty good pieces on that defense, so I wouldn't mess around with that. Melvin Gordon playing against the Lions, although they don't have Nick Fairley or Ndamukong Suh, I would still look out. I wouldn't.
What happened to Nick Fairley? Is he injured again?
No, he actually left. He's on the Rams.
Oh,
Believe it or not.
They just got way better.
Yeah, their defense is pretty darn good. Their front seven, I would. Yeah, they're
way
good.
better.
Who else do we have here? Yeah, so we're gonna go to wide receivers now. I would probably start Mike Evans.
Okay.
Despite his hamstring injury, I would still start him against Tennessee because Tennessee's still not that great. And Jameis Winston's going to look for a big target, and
Yeah.
Mike Evans is 6'5".
Yeah.
So I would start him. Devontae Adams, who is probably going to slide into the number 2 spot with Jordy Nelson gone.
Yeah.
And obviously Aaron Rodgers is quarterback, so I'd start him too. And they are playing the Bears, and the Bears have a terrible defense.
Unfortunately.
And for tonight's game, I would advise you to start Julian Edelman.
But that's on my first team.
Well, I can't help you then, can I?
That's on my first team.
I would start him tonight with that shaky secondary that the Steelers have.
I say he might go for 10 catches, 126 yards.
That very well could happen. I'm not going to lie. That might be Gronk stats, to be honest.
10 catches? I say Gronk
Nah, I
goes
say 5. 120 and a good 2 TDs.
from Gronk.
I'm calling it tonight.
5 catches, 120 yards.
I really
Weren't
think
you the one that
Gronk's
told
gonna
me that the
ball out.
Weren't you the one that told me the Steelers have a game plan to like just shut Gronk down?
Everybody has a game plan to shut Gronk down. The only game plan that seemed to work was putting Cam Chancellor on him and having him follow him the whole game. That was the only way.
Even
it
though
worked.
he did,
Yeah.
he showed up every now and then.
Yeah. So I would start Julian Edelman. I would also start. These are the players I would sit for wide receiver. I would probably sit Torrey Smith
Okay.
because he is in San Francisco now. He doesn't have Joe Flacco throwing him the ball.
You mean Joe Flacco?
Hey man,
He's never thrown over 4,000 yards in his 8-year career.
who cares?
Now that they have Mark Trestman, that might change.
This one's gonna surprise you. I would sit Sammy Watkins.
Yeah, he never.
I would sit Sammy Watkins this week because Indianapolis does have Vontae Davis, and also he doesn't have a quarterback throwing him the
They
ball.
don't talk about Vontae Davis like that anymore. I remember when he was on Hard Knocks and he got cut.
Yeah, and now look at him.
Look
He's
at
one
him.
of the best corners
Wait,
in
what
the
team?
league.
That was the Dolphins, right?
Yeah.
And they traded him to
They
the
traded
Colts.
him to the Colts.
And they were like, "Yeah, you're just not, And look
They're
at
just
him
not
now.
cutting it, and now he's one of the best corners in the league. And then for tight ends, it's hard to really tell you to start or sit tight end, just because they're tight ends.
Yeah.
I would probably start obviously Gronk, Greg Olson. I would start Jason Witten because
Jimmy
they are
Graham?
playing the Giants. Jimmy Graham might be wary of because they are playing the Rams.
Well, then again, they're not. But Greg Olson's on my team. so-
Delaney Walker of the Titans because Mariota's going to look for that security blanket. Some defenses or some tight ends I would sit. Like I said, maybe Jimmy Graham. I know that sounds crazy, but
Yeah,
Jimmy Graham's
I
getting
keep
accustomed
forgetting.
to that new defense. And
I keep forgetting he's on
We'll
my
see.
first team. He's not my second team. My second team is Greg Olson. So
you're good.
Yeah.
I would also be weary of the combo that the Colts have in Dwayne Allen and Colby Fleener. Because, again, they are playing the Bills. The Bills have a good defense. So we'll see what happens there. Defenses I would start this week. Number 1 defense, possibly Carolina. Carolina's going up against Jacksonville.
okay.
So they're going to have a field day with Kuechly and those
the
guys.
Seahawks play the Rams, so I'm not.
So that's going to be the NFC type West game, and it's going to be low scoring.
Yeah, so
It's going to be difficult.
They're projected to give me 14 points, but then again, that's my team one, which I keep forgetting. My Jets defense is the one who has me today.
In a close number 2, I would start the Miami Dolphins. They are going to play Kirk Cousins and the Washington Redskins. So they're going to have a fun day over there.
Terrible offensive line.
Terrible offensive
receiving
line.
core is below par.
Yeah. I would also start Minnesota on Monday night against the 49ers. Minnesota's defense is pretty good with Harrison Smith, Everson Griffin, Anthony Barr. Xavier Rhodes, these young players, they're gonna be good, and I would look farther into the season, maybe pick them up and keep them. Defenses I do not like, the 49ers, because they don't have anybody. Apparently, the only player they have from the Super Bowl is Navarro Bowman. Sorry.
He's the only player left on the team.
I'm pretty sure. Think about it. Aldon Smith is suspended.
No, he was released.
Oh, he was released. Sorry. Patrick was retired.
Yeah.
Justin Smith retired.
Yeah.
They lost their whole secondary almost.
Yeah. Was it Carlos Rogers? Was he?
Yeah, Carlos Rogers is
to
retired.
think they had
at this
that
point,
three.
I
They had
don't
that
even know.
3-4 year window, and they just blew it.
And that's it. It's over. We're gonna go to one last quick commercial break.
Mm-hmm.
But when we come back, we're gonna finish off the show with picks for every game this week. I want to hear your picks.
Okay.
I want to hear some of your bold predictions you might have for
As
this
always.
week. As always. Yeah, so we're gonna finish the show off with NFL picks. We'll be back once again on JD or the buzzer with JD and JT. Look
Get
at
it
that.
together.
I almost messed up the name. It's a name change. I'm sorry.
Professionalism.
I'm sorry. We'll be back.
We're marketing.
We are trying to.
Gosh.
We'll be back. The buzzer with JD and JT.